Hey there! Thanks for tuning in to Duck Bricks. I'm Chris, and the other day, Eggman from Sonic sent me a box full of Lego bricks and tasked me with a very important mission. And that task? To build my own Lego version of Lego Sonic, using only the bricks provided in this box. But is this an honor or a statue dedicated towards the blue rodent? No, of course not, because we don't like Sonic here, not in this house. No, this entire package has been sponsored by and provided thanks to the amazing generosity of the one, the only, Dr. Robotnik. And so, Lego Dr. Robotnik has tasked me to build an Eggmanified version of Sonic, where you draw a great glorious bushy mustache over his features, perhaps slap some of Dr. Robotnik's classic glasses on him, and of course, to make the statue dedicated to the one, the only, the villainous Dr. Robotnik. And so, we have the bricks in front of me now. Let's hit the bricks. But before we get started, I think I should consult with the master himself what he thinks we should build. So, Dr. Robotnik, what do you think we should build today?
Well, I think what we should build is a version of Sonic, but with a great bushy...
I said that. I said the mustache, the glass... Yeah, we get it. Okay, but what else? What else?
Stop interrupting me. What I think we should build is mechanical Dr. Robotnik-style creations coming right out of his hands to truly make the creation more Eggman.
Now you're cooking. That is a great idea, Dr. Robotnik. Okay, so we've got a version of Sonic, brick built, with Dr. Robotnik contraptions sticking out of his hands. What else can we do? I mean, what else can we actually give this hedgehog?
I have an idea. I have great big bushy eyebrows, so we can give it to him and instead make it a statue of me.
Now that is a fantastic idea. I think we have what we need. Let's get cooking. So when coming up with the idea for my mock, I was inspired by an image that LEGO themselves released of a brick-built Sonic inspired by Eggman that they released to kind of give people a bit of a clue as to what you could build with the pieces in the box. Well, I quickly realized that the pieces included in the box actually pretty much had everything you needed to basically put together that one build. Although I wanted to do something different. So what I did is that I was inspired by the feet, the legs, and the torso and the arms, so those are pretty much specifically meant to be identical to the original build, but for the head and for the accessories, I went crazy. And that way I was able to kind of make an approximation of the quote-unquote official build of the pieces included in the set, but also just kind of do my own thing with it. Okay, so we are about halfway through here, maybe more than halfway. I've come up with what I think is a pretty good approximation of at least the body of the Sonic image that was actually posted online to hype up this contest. I realized very quickly that they actually included all the pieces to make that model, so I was like, you know what, why not just make it, because it is kind of a unique LEGO official item to add to my collection. But then I went a little bit crazier on the face because, of course, you gotta have the Eggman flair to the face itself. So you have the bushy mustache, the glasses, I added his eyebrows as well. Of course, you gotta get the 3 spikes in the back of the head. But I think we can go even crazier because there's a lot of bricks left, and I think I can actually go ahead and give him a lot of weapons, maybe an Eggman-style jetpack. Let's go wild. So once the scale was set, making accessories was a ton of fun, although also a challenge to make sure they fit the scale. I knew immediately I wanted to use the Razor Buzzsaw piece, an older LEGO piece introduced for LEGO Alpha Team back in 2002 as part of the launcher or blaster for the Eggmanified Sonic, so that's what I started on first. Once that blaster was done, I then turned my attention to a massive jetpack and had a lot of fun utilizing pieces in different angles and snot configurations to really shape the sculpting of the jetpack itself, and then, after one last Eggman grabber, I was ready to go. At the end of it all, I actually had quite a few pieces left over, but I felt like I used pretty much everything I wanted to really have the final product, which you can see right here is my final creation. That is the Eggmanified Sonic, or maybe that is Dr. Eggmonic, which has a blaster, an Eggman grabber arm, and a jetpack to boot with the large mustache, pointy nose, rounded glasses, and black eyebrows. Everything that you would want to see in an Eggman version of Sonic. And finally, he is handsome. I mean, after all, this is Eggman that we're talking about. So finally he looks good, he looks stunning. This is really the best look for Sonic you could possibly get. I'm sure that a lot of people will be much bigger fans of him now. I mean, honestly, they should have just redesigned the movie design to look like this because he just looks so much better. And let's get into the build right now. Alright gang, with the help of Eggman, we cooked. So what we did is we started with the original template of the brick-built Sonic, which some images have been circulating of online. Again, once I realized that those macaroni pieces were available in tan and they had a lot of the parts to make the shoes, the rest was pretty simple to reverse engineer for the legs and the torso, allowing the arms to be fully articulated and even the legs to be fully articulated as well in terms of turning and twisting. But of course, once we got up to the head, it was time to Eggman it up. And so I built a custom head with Eggman's eyebrows, his glasses, his distinctive iconic pointy nose, and of course that great big bushy mustache, and placed it on top of the face and added the 3 quills on the back mounted by clips and mixel joints to allow them for full posability. From there, we took inspiration from Eggman's mech set, where as you can see, Eggman's mech is equipped with dual weapons. He has kind of a blaster on this side, a stud shooter on this other side, and a jetpack on the back so you can always rocket away to safety, and essentially gave those attributes to Sonic himself, where he is equipped with a specialized Eggman-themed grabber glove hand to grab those rings before the real Sonic can get them, as well as a Razor Buzzsaw launcher gun, which is a really fun accessory for the blaster of this character. And of course, I brick-built a massive jetpack on the back of Sonic itself, where you can see it is powered by Chaos Emeralds underneath the jetpack itself to blast away into safety. Let's take a closer look at him right now. Okay, so here is my boy Sonic, but Eggmanified. As you can see, he's got articulatable arms and legs to an extent, where you can twist his arms up and down utilizing the large macaroni elements. The hands are mounted on mixel joints, and each of the fingers can be moved around as well, although I can't take full credit for that. A lot of this is actually from the official model of Sonic they posted on social media. You even can articulate the thumbs, but this hand in particular is wielding a specialized weapon. This is the Eggman Grabifier. It is utilizing the color scheme of Eggman's white gloves and his red arm right here, grabbing a specialized ring. So this is a special tool for Eggman to be able to utilize for his own means. And of course, this much bulkier weapon over here is the Chainsaw Launcher, which is a special contraption designed in cooperation with Eggman himself to utilize these Razor Buzzsaw chains, which actually can spin. So you can see you've got a spinning buzzsaw ready to be launched from there. You've got kind of the distinctive color scheme of Eggman with the blacks, the yellows, and the reds. And you even have a little bit of a launching button, so you can use the thumb to press the button to launch the chains and go ahead and go crazy. And of course, you can aim that and point that however you want. It is the perfect weapon to use against that pesky blue rodent. Now, on the back here, my custom modifications include a jetpack, where you can see that there are a lot of extra details added on for these posable jet engines. These can be rotated around in different configurations, again, mounted on the mini ball joints. So you can kind of angle them outwards like so if you wanted to be leaving the scene of the crime, or maybe you just kind of want to be hovering in the air, so you can kind of spread them out a little bit. And also mounted on a mini ball joint or mixel joint is a stud shooter right here, kind of a rocket pack a la Boba Fett, so you can really be able to strike down your enemies even when in the sky. These rocket boosters have a bit of a combination between color schemes here. We have the Eggman color scheme of the black showing through and the grays for more metallic stuff, but then you have Sonic's quills being built in as well, showing that this is kind of a hybrid between the two, with some curvature to really suggest the fact that this is machinery combined with Sonic himself. Of course, these are powered by the mysterious Chaos Emeralds. We've got a couple of them down below to really be able to shoot off into the sky and blast off with this rocket pack. Now, Sonic's head is actually mounted on a mixel joint. However, I have purposefully lowered the amount of articulation here just to be able to kind of wobble the head side to side and up and down. The reason for this is because, of course, I wanted to capture Dr. Eggman's or Dr. Robotnik's evil laugh as he laughs up and down and kind of tilts his head side to side. But I also wanted to allow the head to support its own weight and not keep flopping backwards and knock into the jetpack. So what I did is I just placed a few bricks in the back just to make sure that this doesn't fall backwards too much. However, you can articulate the quills in pretty much whichever way you want. These are held in pretty well, so you can kind of move these back and forth and up and down in all sorts of different directions, which is definitely a fun play feature to have to show the speed of the Hedgehog himself. And of course, you can move the eyebrows up and down, so the eyebrows can be fully posed. You can kind of raise and lower them however you please. You've got the big nose, you've got the bushy mustache, which also can be kind of angled back and forth, and even the mouth can be opened and closed, using a similar technique to the Baby Groot buildable figure from LEGO Marvel. Now, the legs are actually mounted on ball joints, although what I've done is I've really tried to fix the articulation to prevent him from falling over. You can rotate the feet side to side or splay the legs outwards like so, but for the most part they are fairly fixed in articulation by design because this is a pretty back-heavy model and I really wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to be toppling over and can actually support its own weight. And so this is my incredible creation, now fully officially dubbed Dr. EggSonic, in his quest for dominion over the blue hedgehog. And now, as this video comes to a close, I have a special message for you from LEGO Eggman displaying his most villainous creation yet. Greetings, fellow fans of chaos. Today, I have a special surprise for all you LEGO enthusiasts out there. Prepare yourselves for a twisted twist on the legendary Sonic the Hedgehog. Feast your eyes on my deviously brilliant creation, the EggSonic. Behold the merging of two iconic rivals, a perfect blend of my genius and Sonic's unyielding speed. With his luscious mustache that would make even the most dapper gentleman jealous, the EggSonic commands attention wherever he goes. His glasses, oh, they enhance his vision to spot every ring, every obstacle, and every chance to crush Sonic's hopes. But wait, my fellow villainous minds, there's more. The EggSonic is armed with the Razor Buzzsaw Launcher Blaster, a weapon to slice through Sonic's defenses with malicious precision. And to add that extra dash of villainy, behold, the Extending Grabber Arm. Adorned with my signature colors, it snatches up Sonic's precious golden rings, leaving him powerless in their absence. Now, fellow masterminds, imagine the endless possibilities. Recreate the epic battles between Sonic and the EggSonic, or build your own villainous adventures. The choice is yours. So, my wicked comrades, unleash your imagination, embrace your villainous side, and let the EggSonic reign supreme. The EggSonic, LEGO's most electrifying creation yet. Build the ultimate villainous showdown today. LEGO Sonic, where heroes and villains collide. Available now for a limited time. Each set sold separately. Get yours and let the chaos begin. There's only one final step in Dr. Eggman's takeover. Go to the link in the description below to find the LEGO Ideas Challenge page, where I am going to submit my entry amongst the other entries to propose Dr. EggSonic to the rest of the world. Okay, I have given it a name, I have typed up a full-on description for the EggSonic itself, and I've added some special images to display my creation. It is now time to submit this to the LEGO Ideas Challenge. And here he is, Dr. EggSonic on the LEGO Ideas page, where you can actually see some of the other creations for this particular challenge, and also get a chance to take a look at some of the other builds that folks have offered. I am super curious to see some of the other builds. Of course, it is only pretty early in the competition, but we've already been getting some fun stuff, like Eggman sneakers here, an egg popsicle, Sonic disguised as Eggman, and even some egg tech, so all sorts of fun entries. I cannot wait to see what else people come up with, and there are only a few days left to submit your entry. Alright, and with that we have summed up this super fun challenge from LEGO, Sonic, and most importantly, Eggman himself, to build an Eggman version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed this series of videos chronicling my adventures putting together an evil version of Sonic, so to speak, or at least a more fun version, as us villains like to say. And of course, you can go to the link down in the description below for a LEGO Ideas contest open right now, where you can submit your own version of Eggmanified Sonic. Make it Eggman down in the link below. And so, I now challenge you to build something hopefully better than this. My mocking skills are not the best. I am not a LEGO mockist really by any means. So I just had a lot of fun putting this together, and now I challenge you to use your pieces to build something like this or something even wilder. Let me know in the comments what you're planning on building next. This has been such a fun video. Thank you so much for LEGO for sending me this package. Thank you so much to Dr. Robotnik, our sponsor today, for sponsoring us by sending the package our way, and definitely stay tuned for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Bye for now.